Hello guys, welcome to my channel and to another UPCRATE unboxing video. It's time for UPCRATE 60 and apparently this box had a pretty rough time during shipping, so let's have a look inside. Well, that looks colorful. And maybe like markers? Yes, I can see a Sharpie in here. So it's actually not the smartest idea to put the art print on top, because now it's pretty obvious what will be in here, but let's see. We have a Sharpie in some turquoise blue color. With a typical Sharpie, well, fine point tip, I guess. Yes, it's fine point. What do we have in here? Even more markers, what a surprise. However, these are acrylic markers by Liquitex, which is super cool because I like Liquitex and I didn't know they had acrylic markers. So we have cadmium orange hue, cadmium yellow medium hue, cadmium red medium hue, brilliant purple, and fluorescent blue. Next up we have an Identi-Pen by Sakura. So since it's called Identi-Pen, I guess this is waterproof. Well, it says permanent. And it has a dual tip. Fine point here. And more of a bullet tip over here. And last but not least, we have a Viking HB pencil in pretty pink. Oh, and there's another Sharpie in black. And some paper by SMLT Professional Quality Bristol paper pad, extra wide and smooth. So first impression, very good, because finally some materials that I genuinely like. Acrylic markers are cool in my opinion, and Liquitex also, so I suppose these will be nice to work with. And I know Sharpies, well, Sharpies are Sharpies. They're kind of always fun, I think, even though they smell pretty bad. Oh my god, yes, they do smell very bad. So let's have a quick look at the nibs. That's a pretty long chisel nib and very narrow compared to what I'm used to. Hi, Editing Jenny here. I actually wanted to spare you the boring pumping and preparing the markers part, except for one marker. However, I apparently forgot to hit the record button on my camera. Which is quite sad, because these markers were actually ready within seconds. Not gonna lie, I pumped the markers like 2 or 3 times, waited maybe 15 to 20 seconds and they were good to go. And I really wanted to point that out, because most markers are a pain to prepare, so this is pretty impressive. And now, back to the testing. Let's have a look at all the colors together now. So we'll start with purple, which is really nice. However, the paint is actually not that opaque, to be honest. So as you can see, there is white peeking through. Still very nice though. Let's have a look at blue. Wow, that's actually a lot more vibrant than I expected. I mean, this looks pretty dark on here. However, I like it. So mixing does not work as well as I had hoped. But maybe it's just that purple and blue don't work that well together. I don't know. Let's have a look at red. This is very nice and vibrant. However, it's a little dry. This looks better. And some yellow, which is also a bit dry. Okay, it's getting better now. And the last one is orange. This is actually the perfect color for a pumpkin, so I think this will come in handy during fall, because I'm planning on making a lot of fall art this year. So far, I like these markers. We have some warmer colors and some cooler tones, so this should work quite well. However, the color scheme is really bright. I'm not used to this. And a blue Sharpie. These don't have color names, so whatever color this is actually not that much of a difference to the other marker. However, it's a bit darker. So maybe this one will go well as a shadow color for this one. Don't know. And a black Sharpie, which is black. And both Sharpies work perfectly fine, just as every Sharpie does. And now let's have a look at the IDenti-Pen. IDenti-Pen. So we have this small nib that I will test first. So the tip is not flexible at all. You can get pretty thin lines if you press really lightly. However, I'm rather heavy-handed, so I guess it will end up like this in my drawing, which is also fine. Now let's have a look at the other side, which is the bigger nib. This also works perfectly fine. And I'm actually a little disappointed that there are like 2 black markers in this box. I mean, if I have this one, I don't actually need a black Sharpie. Yeah, I don't know. So I will let this ink dry for a minute and then I'll go over it with the acrylic markers to see if it's actually compatible or if everything smudges. What? Okay, I'm impressed. These markers go actually pretty well together. No smudging whatsoever. Nice. And now let's continue with the actual drawing. So, short break here. This box got me pretty confused, or rather the battle topic got me confused. Let's have a look at it. Here's the digital bottle post of UPCRATE 60. As you can see, there are all the materials included, and here I'm scrolling down to the UPCRATE battle section to find the battle topic. And according to the information here, it's mix and match. I follow quite a few people over on Instagram who are also subscribed to UPCRATE, and I quickly realized they weren't following this topic. Instead, they were following a topic called My Mind on Paper. And I didn't know where that came from. However, I talked to a fellow artist on Instagram and she said that when she goes to the website, it says My Mind on Paper and suggested to switch the language on the website, as it might be a mistake on the English version. However, no matter which version I'm choosing, it stays mix and match for me. By now, I've seen some people on Instagram also following the mix and match topic, so I guess I'm not the only one. Please let me know in the comments if it says mix and match or My Mind on Paper when you go to their website. I'm really curious to find out who else might be encountering this weird situation. However, I took this as opportunity to choose the topic I liked better, and I decided to go for my mind on paper. If you've been around here for a while, you might have noticed that I'm a pretty big book nerd, and reading is a huge part of my life. However, this year during summer, I experienced a big reading slump, because there were so many other things to do and experience that it was just not my top priority. But recently I have found a few really good reads that got me back into the reading habit, which makes me really happy. I love discovering new stories and learning new things by reading. It's always been my escape from reality and safe place. Hence, at the moment, my mind on paper is quite literally books and reading. And I really wish I had such a comfy armchair at home like this little fella here. Since the fine liner doesn't smudge at all when using markers on top, I started with the line work, which is always the weakest part of my art, I think. My lines always turn out wonky and weird, which is why I use the ruler here and there to get at least the bookshelf straight. The hardest part for me was to decide which colors to use in which area, because they're all super bright and I usually choose more muted colors in combination with some bright colors. So it felt a bit overwhelming to use them all in one piece. Therefore, I ended up not using the orange marker in the final drawing because I thought it did not fit the overall mood. I tried to keep it rather calm and not too chaotic, so I left most of the background black and white and used the colors more in the foreground. Mixing colors worked okay, however it was a little difficult to avoid streakiness when mixing two acrylic markers. It was easier when I used the Sharpie as a base and then used an acrylic marker on top. I like the final piece, but I'm wondering if I should have used more color in the background, like coloring in the books on the shelves and the wall. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. All in all, I really enjoyed this box because the materials were good, I had a great time using them, nothing too crazy, just a little box to chill and have fun. Great job, UPCRATE! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe for more art content. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!